protesting after estimates showed the far right came out on top in the first round of France's parliamentary elections.
Farmers have been taking their frustration to the streets of Brussels, setting alight piles of tyres, bales of hay. EU leaders may be rushing to congratulate the new US president-elect and welcome him with warm words, but the mood here in Brussels is as cold and gloomy as the weather, and that's because rocky times are ahead for transatlantic ties. This is the room where elected lawmakers usually sit at the European Parliament. There are 720 members from the 27 different EU member states, and no one has a majority here, so different political forces have to work together. Moscow denies involvement in meddling and points the finger toward the EU, even claiming there's a plot for European troops to occupy Moldova. Reminder, Russian troops have been stationed in a breakaway region of Moldovan territory for decades. EU ministers have been trying to work out how to deal with the latest US threats to slap 30% tariffs on most EU goods from August 1st. Despite Trump claiming he made NATO members pay up, the turnaround actually came in 2014 when Russia invaded Crimea. But the fact is, Europe's spending is still just a fraction of the US defence budget, and there are all sorts of other questions about its military capacities. EU governments seem to be dropping like flies, and that's got people here in Brussels worried. We know that's stuck in diplomatic deadlock. So how is that stalled action impacting your diplomacy and your credibility?
It's frustrating that we can't do more.
More European countries are recognising Palestinian statehood. Spain, Ireland and Norway are the latest countries to announce the move. This sea corridor from Cyprus is not the simplest or quickest way to reach those people in need. Gaza is some 400 kilometres away from here. It's not an easy crossing. The Israeli government claims any measures against it will strengthen Hamas and has vowed to retaliate if the EU proposals do get adopted. Canada, the United States and Denmark have all restricted the app on government devices. TikTok's parent company, ByteDance, is based in China. He also wasn't arrested when he went to Mongolia earlier this year, and that's one of the key limits of international law. There is no international police force that can storm in and arrest suspected war criminals. It began upping exports to states including India and Turkey. Refineries in those countries transform Russian crude into products like diesel or jet fuel and sell it on to buyers in Europe. This was all totally legal until now.
You know, they called it P-bashing, Pakistani bashing in the 70s and 80s. I never thought I'd live it. I never thought I'd experience it. I never thought it would be this bad. Southport was one example where, you know, people were locked in the mosque.
We had a lot of rock and silt and sediments going onto a glacier. This mass caused the glacier to really push forward and everything just went down the valley.
Vous avez quel âge? Rappelez-moi. 80.